Willie D Live.
In a strange twist of irony, you guys have your cartoon canceled, and y'all pissed, right?
Very.
You
Boy,
totally
he did his research.
Sure did.
You're pissed about this, right?
Yep.
So it turns out that you guys, y'all make a decision that y'all don't want to mess with NBC.
Yeah.
Because with this new
We had-
sitcom that they got.
We had
Quincy Jones.
the two deal.
Right.
We had two deals.
Yeah.
We had a cartoon. We had and first rappers. First of all, let's get it straight. We the first rappers have a cartoon before Hammer, before anybody.
Right.
So we had that, and at the same time, we had a standing deal to do a sitcom, to a nighttime sitcom, whoop-de whoop, and it was one of the I think it was one of the worst decisions we ever made because we were so upset. We were so upset when they canceled the cartoon because that was like a really big deal for us.
And y'all didn't trust them either, though.
Yeah, but this is the deal. This is what we. This
But
is
it
what
wasn't
we, this is what we
personal,
didn't
though.
see at the
You know,
time.
When they canceled the show.
But it wasn't personal,
yeah,
though.
this is what we didn't see at the time. We took it personal, and it shouldn't have, because what they were doing at that time, they were eradicating, they were getting rid of all the cartoons. That's when they started doing TNBC, when they started doing Saved by the Bell. All the stuff was live action. So they got rid, it wasn't just
Hang
like they got rid
Time,
of us.
all of that
Hang
stuff.
Time. They got rid of all the cartoons.
And we thought they were only getting rid of ours. That's the way
we took it personal. Yeah. And so what we said was, this was a very bad decision. We said, if you guys don't want to do our cartoon series, then we don't want to do this nighttime sitcom, which was ready to go.
And they called our bluff. Like,
And
okay.
they called our bluff. And then who got that?
Will Smith.
Will Smith got that.
But what makes it so interesting, and this is what I feel is the worst mistake, as far as how I felt about it, maybe it's us, but I'll say me, is that we were rocking for a while with Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones approached us because he wanted, after doing Will and them, he wanted us to be his next show, probably on NBC. But he came to us and pitched this idea of what the show was going to be. It was about Kid and I with an older man, and we're all, for whatever reason, roommates. That man was going to be Don Rickles. And we're like,
How does
what?
this work?
We're
Y'all
like,
his
what?
adopted
But
kids?
like he just said, looking back at it now, because at that time, anything Quincy Jones was touching, and it just would have raised our profile in regards to, pop culture.
If it had worked.
Up on the thing.
If it had worked.
might have, because now when I look at it, when you think about Don Rickles, he's a cranky old man.
Yeah, we could have
whatever.
made that work.
It might have
Yeah.
been like Chico and the Man in a way, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we could
That
have made
kind of
that
thing.
work.
Yeah, that
But
could
we
have
said
made that
no to that,
Yeah.
and he said, well, what do y'all want to do? And Kid looked at me, I
Quincy
looked at
told
hung
you this.
Yeah, we
Quincy
hung
got
out
that
with
kind of
Quincy
power
for
like
quite
that?
a while.
He still got
Quincy,
that-
He did?
We ended up wanting to do Uptown Saturday Night. He loved the idea, to the point where we ended up going to Sidney Poitier's home to get his blessing. We had to eventually run into Bill Cosby to get his blessing. I remember how rude he was at first when we met him. Kid might have said something that caught his attention to do one of those numbers that my father does it all the time when you're saying something that means something. They point the finger like, you got something there, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So I think
What Bill
his
Cosby
body
did,
language was like his back was like to us.
He was
Kind of rude.
He wasn't a
cold.
nice
He
guy.
had his back to y'all.
He not
turned his
back
back to you?
like this.
No,
but
no, he
his-
didn't turn his back,
body
no.
posture, like we came to him. I was going to say something. I'm not doing that. No, no more. So his body language was cold. But as we're
Yeah, he
talking
was.
to him
He
or
was
whatever, I think Kid said something that was impressive that made him turn around and be like, maybe rappers ain't as dumb as I think they are. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing.